Welcome back to another episode of Caps Cornerstore Convo, where we bring the conversation everywhere and anywhere. I go by the name of Caps, and today I am with the lovely, multi-talented, multifaceted Diana Manalang. How you doing, Diana? How's everything?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not trying to chop up nobody's name up here, because God forbid my last name is like 50 letters. Like it's ridiculous. You know, like when you had like the program card in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough room, so it only spelled like half the name.
Respect.
So I'm not trying to hop nobody's name.
And now it's just Caps.
Now it's just Caps. That's
right.
correct. That's correct.
Okay.
So here at the Corner Store, you know, we open this platform for creators and, you know, people that innovate, people that bring brightness and happiness, and, you know, bring an awareness of the neighborhood that they're involved in. So please give us a little bit about your background.
Okay. Well, Brightness. Brightness is like my middle name. So we opened this cafe about 6 years ago, 4 months before COVID.
Okay.
And we have been just going with the flow and doing whatever we can to just be what we can be to everyone, right? My favorite thing to say is I love to feed everybody.
Okay.
So I really do. I love to feed everybody, whether it's like, you know, the little kids getting cupcakes and muffins,
Gotcha.
or if it's like, you know, people who are throwing a dinner party and anything in between, I'm game. Like, I'm down for it. So I opened this shop so that we could have more of a connection to the neighborhood, because before I would do meal prep services,
Okay.
and I would only do events.
Gotcha.
So in between, people would be like, how do I eat your food if I'm not going to get meal prep, or if I'm not throwing an event? So this just kind of solved that problem and gave us a place to prep, since, you know, my apartment, like, the apartment building was like, Diana, you can't run a restaurant out of here.
Gotcha.
So like you need to find a real space.
Right.
So yeah.
So that's how that worked.
Yeah.
Take us through the process of getting into the field, the culinary field. Like, how did you start? Like, what inspired you to do that?
So, you know, when you're like a little kid and, like, you know, you play house, some of you play doctor, whatever.
Right.
For me, I always played restaurant.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? So like tea parties and, like, you know, having snacks with my friends and whatever. And then once I was old enough, I actually started as a hostess at Applebee's.
Okay.
So, you know, singing birthday
Right.
songs,
Hey.
the whole thing. And I actually stayed with them for like 17 years on and off.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah, same company, same
Gotcha.
franchisee. So I learned a lot. But I also worked in independent restaurants in between, which was awesome too. So that really built my love for hospitality. So I've worked, you know, in chain restaurants, I've worked in mom and pops, I've worked in high end. And, you know, I just found where I wanted to be and created a space that worked for me and, like, my vision.
Gotcha. See.
So, yeah.
Well, that's you know, it's funny because I know a lot of people don't a lot of people focus like finished product.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really think about like all the ingredients it takes for you to get to.
Yeah.
How easy was it to incorporate those different experiences from, like, you know, high end to mom and pop to, you know, the franchises like the Applebee's and the TGIFs? What pieces of those did you mesh together, you would say?
Wow. So first of all, I worked in corporate America, right? So I did get, you know, I went to college, I got my MBA, I did the whole thing.
Hey.
But, you know, corporate offices and me, not quite the fit. Not to say that I wasn't, like, successful and that I didn't make it work, but, you know, it just wasn't a thing for me. So, and then I worked with a restaurant group that was a startup. But then when they became corporate, I was like, okay, whatever I do, I just don't ever want to become corporate. Like, it's good to have structure, it's good to have rules, it's good to have, you know, operations.
Right.
I love operations, truthfully. Okay. Like, I think having an operations plan is like the hottest thing on earth. But I don't want to do it like a robot, right? Because at the end of the day, you have people that work for you. You don't have robots that work for you. So like, everybody's different. Everybody learns in different ways.
Correct.
Everybody operates in different ways. And that's the beauty of it, right? That's exactly what our city is. It's like a whole mesh of people. And so also, because I am a woman of a certain age,
Gotcha.
I knew that I didn't want to do nightlife anymore. Because
Gotcha.
a girl is tired. a girl can't be chasing the sun.
That's a tough business, like, man.
Trying to get home before the sun rises. Like, I remember, like, you know, being like, can I get in bed before, like, 6 a.m.? Like, can I do it tonight? So that was the other thing, was, like, I didn't want to be in nightlife. It was fun, don't get me wrong. And I still have some of those nights here and there.
Hey, listen, we all do. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just, it wasn't the lifestyle that I wanted to lead anymore. So I said, all right, let me flip it. What is it that I do want to do? What do I want to create? What works for me? What works for my lifestyle? You know, are there other people out there who want to do this with me? Does it fit their schedules? And lo and behold, this magic was created, right?
Got you. And I can tell you, speaking personally, the magic is here, bro. Because I'm one of those little kids that eats the muffins. I'm one of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we got all these muffins.
Yes, we do.
You.
And we're gonna tear into them in a little
lemonade,
in a little bit.
You know, I mean, this is like my dream. Like, I just want to bake muffins every day, make lemonade, hang out with people, eat together. It's the thing.
So you're in Queens.
Yes.
You're in Long Island City.
Yes.
Why Long Island City? And what about Queens do you feel gravitated you to open your establishment here? Because the reason why I asked that is because every borough, if you grew up in New York City or you're within the 5 boroughs, every borough is different.
It's very
true. And there's other little intricacies in every borough. So why Queens? Even though I'm a huge fan of Queens, by the way. Some of the best food you'll ever have.
This is diverse. True.
But like, what was it about Queens?
I always loved Queens. My godmother actually lived in Queens.
Okay.
She didn't grow up here, but you know, she had her house in Jamaica Estates, so I would go there a lot.
Oh, okay.
But my parents immigrated here, and my mom lived. She lived in Brooklyn. She lived in the Bronx, and then
shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah, right. And then she settled in Manhattan.
Okay.
And so when I was born, I was actually born in New Jersey, and my parents were like, "Hey, we have a kid. Do we raise a kid in New York, or do we raise a kid in the suburbs? Because everybody's telling us that's what we got to do."
Got you.
Right? So in the 80s, my parents bought a house in Jersey. But all of like my extracurricular activities, my mom's office, everything was in the city. So I was, you know, in a sense, raised as a Manhattanite, so to say. And so I love New York, but I loved Queens because Queens wasn't as prissy and proper and, you know, like, and don't get me wrong, shout out to all of my Manhattan friends that I grew up with, like, you know.
There you go.
But Queens was just more laid back. Like, my cousins had more fun.
Got you.
You know, I was always like the little one in a party dress and bonnet, and they were like in like jeans.
Right.
And I'd be
like,
Mom, can I just, I'd be like, can I have a pair of pants? Like, you know, these tights are itchy.
Right.
Like, you know, but that's just how it was. But when I moved away for college, I stayed away for a little while. And then when it came back, obviously I couldn't afford a life in Manhattan because, you know,
a little expensive.
It's a little expensive. And I didn't, you know, my parents didn't have their place anymore. So some of my friends had moved to Queens, and I was like, all right, this works. This is cool. I don't mind it. And then I met a guy. He lived in Long Island City.
Hey, there it is.
And then, like, the rest is this. And I will never forget telling my mother, so I've been staying in Long Island City, and she was like, please, God, tell me you are not squatting in, like, a warehouse or an abandoned building. Because she knew, like, I'm, like, a free spirit. Like,
No, they have actual apartments here. You know, like...
Yeah, I was like, no, Mom, I promise you, like, I'm not, like... You know, I mean, I'm still a peasant, but I'm not, like, squatting in the street. And when she came, she was like, I guess this will do. And I was like, what? Like, bitch, I'm not even here. Like, it's nice. It's on the waterfront. Look.
It's gorgeous, man.
Right?
One of my favorite views is the Pepsi Cola sign.
Yeah.
We always make an excuse to film around there.
Yeah.
I find that's funny because I have friends of mine. Some of them didn't grow up in New York.
Yeah.
So they're transplanted from other cities.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll tell them, yeah, you know, Mom, Dad, I got a softball game in Central Park. And they're like, Central Park?
Yeah. Like, don't get mugged.
Be careful. You know, what time is your game at? Make sure it's before sundown. They're like, Mom, it's 2012. It's 2020. That doesn't happen anymore.
I know. I'm like, what do you think that I do all day? Like, when my family or friends, like, outside of New York, they're like, oh, my God. And I'm like, what do you think? I'm, like, running away from muggers all day? Like, no, that's not what New York City is anymore.
It's
or,
not.
you know, even then, like, that was sensationalized. But nowadays, it's just like anywhere else. And especially here, it's like a little neighborhood.
Yes. It's really grown, this area. I remember when Drew told me, shout out to Drew, behind the scenes here. I remember when he told me that he was, working in a building in Long Island City, and I was like, how is he? He's like, it's pretty vibrant. And I was like, because, while it was ascending, it was more like, kind of similar to like Tribeca. Like, you live there, there's a couple things, but like there's really nothing to do. But it's really picked up. Like, how has that helped business as far as like development? One of the best, like the school system here is really good. Like, how has that like helped you stay 10 toes in this neighborhood?
So one of the facets of our business is we actually make lunches for some of the daycares and nursery schools in the area.
That's dope.
So, we've had contracts with them we're going on 5 years now. So we get to know a lot of the families in the neighborhood.
Gotcha.
The one thing that I find that's difficult sometimes is, when kids get to be a certain age, when families are growing, they tend to leave the city.
Yes.
So it's heartbreaking because,
Yes.
we fall in love with them and then like, they're like, hey, by the way. And so it's funny because I always relate it to like, I never dated in New York City, but I imagine this is what it's like to like fall in love. And then they're like, oh, by the way, peace. Or like, you haven't seen someone for a while. And you're like, did I just get ghosted? Like, did they leave without saying goodbye?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's still a bit of a transient neighborhood because at the end of the day, it is New York City. Yeah. People are, they're, a lot of times it's used as a stepping stone, like, a little lily pad to jump to the next thing, which, I appreciate. That's what the beauty of New York is.
Sure.
But we also have some lifers that have been with us since day one.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome.
It's a mix. And it is a hustle because every time, like, it's, it's all developments here. It's all rentals. Yes. So people are coming and going. We're always trying to meet new people. So really it is like dating. Right. Where I'm like sitting there like, hey, how are you? What's your name? Do you like muffins? How do you like your coffee? Like, it really
You don't like coffee? I'm swiping left. No, you're good.
Yeah, no, you don't like coffee? Don't worry. I have lemonade. Yeah. Like, what else? What else do you like? Do you like croissants?
Oh.
Like, it really is. It's like dating. But I enjoy it.
One of the things I noticed on your social media, you were talking about, what sets your cafe apart from other cafes.
Mm-hmm.
And you were kind of spot on.
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea explain the theme? You could probably explain it better than me. Explain the theme and explain what separates it and why did you construct your model the way you did? And the only reason why I ask that is because hopefully people that have an idea, they don't have to feel like they have to conform to do something that they don't want to do. They could be more of their self in the creative process. Mm-hmm. So if you could like just, give a little insight on how it's different and why it was a deliberate way to build it.
So in the sense that it became like a happy accident, because obviously opening right before COVID, we had an idea of what we wanted to be, but we turned into something even better.
Gotcha.
So I wanted a space where we could welcome the neighborhood, we could feed everybody, we could do like, small little events and also like kind of be a starting point for some people.
Gotcha.
A lot of my staff, this is their first job or second job or like first job in the city or in hospitality.
Gotcha.
And so it was one of those, okay, how do I make it super welcoming? I don't want anyone to ever feel that they're not welcome here, right? Gotcha. No matter what it is that you're looking for. Maybe we don't have it, but that doesn't mean that we won't make it.
Gotcha.
Right? And so that was really important to me. And then on top of it, just, again, like, just building that community aspect. Just letting everyone know, like, we're here for you, no matter what it is. Like, you could have the craziest request, and if we could do it, we're gonna do it, right?
Gotcha.
Like, you could come here and be like, I need 20 cups. I just need 20 cups, which has happened before, and I'm like, okay, well, take 20 cups. Like, it's not that big a deal, like, that's the thing. Like, I want people to feel comfortable, because I know how intimidating it can be to live in New York
Sure.
and exist.
Sure.
Just like
No,
exist,
that's
right?
true.
And like we're always so worried about, am I saying the right thing? Am I ordering the right thing? Here, there's no judgment. None. So everyone's welcome. Come eat, come sit. I mean, we're not the place that you're gonna take out your laptop, because guess what? As soon as your laptop comes out, I'm gonna start talking to you. Like, no, this is not the place for that. We're either talking or you're eating.
Yes.
But that's not, that we are not that place.
I have a no phone allowed policy when I sit down to eat with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, put your phone away, man. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's like such a lost art form.
Yep.
Like the interaction. Like, I sat at a happy hour the other day. Crazy. Now, in Chelsea.
Yeah.
All right? I'm in an establishment, and it's got to be maybe 2 rows deep at the bar. It's pretty packed. Everybody on their phone. Everybody on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're having interaction with the bartender, but they got to serve drinks or whatever. I'm like, it's just weird to me how that happens. Like,
Yeah.
Do you feel that the technology has pretty much like isolated and like where do people get the skills to like communicate?
I mean, that's the thing here. Like, my team, we use apps, we're on Slack,
Sure.
we communicate. But when we're here together, we're like here together. Like, we're having fun, we're playing music, we're talking to each other. Amber, who I wish was here so that she could like tell you more. She's here way more than I am.
Right.
But she's making fun of everybody. You can't work here and not get along with her.
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
So like she's amazing. But it's true, like she'll be on her phone and I'll tease her a little bit. She's like, but you're always texting me and this and that. And I'm like, I know, but I'm here now. I'm the most important. I'm the most important one. So, it's very playful in here. That's the other thing. Like, I always want it to be like, yes, we have a job to do. Yes, we have things to do, but that doesn't mean that we don't get to enjoy it. That we don't get to enjoy our time. Because if you're putting, 40, 50 hours in somewhere,
sure.
You should be enjoying those 40, 50 hours and not like, oh, this sucks. Oh, I hate it here. Like, no, I would like be so heartbroken if I ever heard them be like, oh, I hate this place. I'd be like,
why?
Why? Like, so sad. Yeah.
That's amazing. Nah, I'm happy that this place is still open because has been a multitude of places that that closed up.
Yeah.
Couldn't make the rent, or even like some of these buildings now they just would rather not have a storefront. They could just they could tax it out the wazoo. So I'm really happy that you're still around and you're still making bomb products. You know what I'm saying? Like this place is a gem. And I remember the first day I came in here, I think I was recording an interview, and Drew was like, "Yo, you want a water?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the store." He's like, "Nah, I don't need to go to the store." And he just rolled through there. He's like, "Yo, you sure you don't want anything?" So I poked my head out. I'm like there's a cafe around here. He goes, "Yeah, you want a muffin or something? Anything?" I'm like, "Nah, chill. I'm all right." And then I think we're recording another time, and I grabbed the muffin. I sat down, and the vibe here is that, and it's refreshing, and it's a cool thing. Talk to us about who in your life inspired you to be this way. I look at certain adults in my life that are fixtures that there's a little bit of their personality that I pull from, and that's what kind of makes the base of who I am, who I present to the world, who I see. Like, who in your life was that for you?
There's a lot of them. First and foremost, my dad he was an entrepreneur. He was successful, but he was also very playful.
Okay.
Like I do get a lot of my personality from him.
Did that? Okay.
For sure. There was always teasing and laughing,
yes.
and that's like one of the best memories I have of him. Right.
Gotcha.
And then, but my parents, again, they both immigrated. They both worked really hard. I'm full Filipino, so for me, seeing my mom's friends who all went through med school. My mom was a dentist.
Okay.
So they all went through med school. They all did their thing. They all immigrated here. They all stayed in touch. Right. So for me, like, I have a circle of friends. Niall can attest to this. Like, everyone that comes in here knows my name.
Got you.
I've kept my friends for, I have friends that I've had since kindergarten.
Got you. Through
college and adulthood. So those relationships are really important to me. And so I saw that with my mom, because from when she was about 16 years old, and my mom's 84.
Hey, right? God bless her, man. So God bless her.
She's had these friends for 68 years and counting. And they moved, from the Philippines to the United States in all different countries. And this was before social media. This was even before like long distance calling, right? So, and they all kept in touch.
Carrier pigeon, whatever the smoke signal.
I'll never forget, like, the first time I could comprehend like what this was, I must have been 10 years old, and we went on this cruise. Okay. Like this vacation with all of her friends, and there was like 108 of us. Right? And like it was like everyone knew everybody, all the kids became friends, we all kept in touch. Like, it's been bananas.
Like that unity is
but that's where I get it from. And obviously being Filipino, I'm gonna work myself into the ground and then pick myself back up again, and then praise Jesus at the end of the day. But like, that's all of, like, I think all of that has made me the psycho person that I am today.
Psycho in a good way.
Yeah, psycho in the best way.
The most positive happiness, like,
great,
like bubble of joy.
Right.
Like
right. Yeah.
So you are here in New York. Mm-hmm. We were talking before we started recording, and it's come to my attention that you're a big 90s hip hop fan.
Oh yes, 100%.
Big. What is it about the 90s hip hop music that still to this day catches your ear, like you listen to it the first time?
I like the beats of it, just like the culture of it. Like, I still buy a new pair of Timbs every season. And when baggy jeans were in again, I was like, yes, no more skinny jeans, baggy jeans and jerseys. This is my time. Hoop earrings, yes.
What a time to be alive.
Yes, like, I was like, come on, 90s hip hop fashion, which I've never stopped really, but
I haven't either.
No, but now I'm not getting those up and down looks anymore. Like, streetwear is like my favorite. If I could wear streetwear all the time, walking to actually, one of the first galas I went to when like COVID was still a thing and like we were starting to loosen things up, I wore a Wu-Tang shirt with a ball gown.
I love it.
And my dunks, and I walked in there like, you know what? This is it.
Wu-Tang is for the children, man.
I was like, I don't care anymore. Like, judge me if you have to, but like, I'm just gonna be who I am from now on. Because if COVID taught me anything, it's that like life is really short, and it just doesn't matter if you live by the rules or not. It's coming to get you. So you might as well just make up your own rules and be happy, right? Like,
life is listen. Father Time is undefeated. It's never lost. Yeah. So it's 90s hip hop to me is the engine. So since you are a 90s fan,
it's gospel.
We're gonna give you a little thing called this or that. Mm-hmm. So you're a 90s hip hop fan, so we're gonna see where you teeter the line, who you favor, who you don't. Okay, we're gonna give you a couple of examples. You're gonna pick one or the other. Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna go with Wu-Tang or Mobb Deep.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Wu-Tang. Sorry, I love you, Queens guys, but sorry. Okay, next. Oh, now I'm stressed.
Tribe Called Quest.
Oof.
Or De La Soul.
Jesus, this is like the worst game of like.
Listen, there's no wrong answer.
I know, but
and listen, we all love them all, but sometimes
this is like Sophie's Choice.
We are not.
Oh my God.
They get easier as it goes along. They get easier.
This is not easier.
No, they get easier. They get easier from this point on.
Okay,
from this point on.
Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna go Tribe on this one. Okay.
She's going to try Cold Quest. Queens get the money.
Queens
get the money.
Okay. Oh God, I'm nervous.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Oh, Nas. Illmatic. That album changed their lives.
For the better. For the better.
Never for the worse. For the better.
For the best it could. For the best it could ever be.
God, I'm gonna have to stress you. You're stressing me out with these questions.
Gangstar or EPMD?
Jesus Christ! You said they were getting easier. I'm gonna go Gangstar.
Big Daddy Kane or Rakim?
Rakim. Like the father. We have nothing without him.
He birthed it. But I will say, Big Daddy Kane, to me, birthed the way you should have a stage show.
All right. I can't say that I've never had that experience.
I saw him at Prospect Park in the amphitheater. I think Flatbush Zombies performed too. And Kane got to be mid-40s at this time. Yeah, he got to be mid-40s because him and Jay-Z are like the same age. This dude was all over the stage. He did practically he did every hit record. He did the B-side records, and he was like his breath control. It was like he was a kid, you know. And that's the thing that I'm liking about that era of the '90s is like if you look at it right now, we are like really putting in a lot of work into the music industry now, and I think that hip hop has gotten to the stage of like what rock and roll is, where you could be 50 years old and do a 6-album run like Nas just did with Hit Boy and like really impact the culture and, you know, let these guys know that, you know, these guys say that I'm their influence, this is the reason why. You know, so that's the kind of part that I'm really with. We got 2 more of this or that.
Oh God, okay.
And then we'll go on.
Whew.
Bad Boy Records or Death Row Records?
Death Row. Death Row all day.
That's a
Lyle is cracking up because he knows my answers before they even come out.
knows.
He worked here. He worked here for a long time. He knows what music I put on to torture them.
So she to torture.
They're like, what are we listening to? I'm like, it's good for you. It's all good for you.
Oh my Lord. Kanye West producing Kanye West or Jay Dilla?
I mean, really? Is that Jay Dilla? Thank you. Come on.
I mean that's where I lean. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean anybody who knows me knows that I lean in that regard.
Because you have like the thing that I like I will never dump on anybody's artistry, right?
Sure.
Like every artist deserves respect, no matter what you do, right? For their art.
Correct.
I'm not talking about the person, for their art.
Right.
But their styles, like you have a style that, you know, like Kanye West, it's more mainstream. It's more like we're producing to make hits that are gonna like go up there. Whereas like you have someone like Jay Dilla that's doing it for his artistry. Nothing else but his artistry, right? Like so that's like you could say that about anybody that's doing anything, right? Like you have people who put out fashion because they put out fashion. You have people who put out fashion because they want people to buy their shit because they want to like, you know, commercialize it. That's how I feel about music.
I hear you.
You
no,
know?
I agree with that. I also like I think of like if you look at the tree of both guys, like who their influences were.
Yes.
Like you see the elements of what Dilla did, kind of like who was influenced him. You know, like guys like Q-Tip.
Yep.
You could tell was a big influence on him. Doug Inf from Chicago. You know, there's a lot of those guys that, like you said, are more focused on the art and not, you know, just a commercial success. If it's commercially viable, then yeah.
Great.
But
that's not what they're going for.
Exactly.
That's you know.
Exactly. Dr. Dre.
I thought that was it.
Or DJ Premier.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm gonna go Dre on this one.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's the last one we
it.
give me.
Oh,
That's the
God.
last one we give me. You could wipe your brow.
No, I'm like sweating here.
We got 2 more questions because you are a 90s hip hop fan.
Okay.
If you could put the best 90s concert, hip hop music, who would be your opening act? Who would be your closing act? Who would be the record player? Now, I'm going to give you this. You got to give me your opener, but your finishing act is a cipher of 4 people. Who would that cipher of 4 people be? And who would be providing the instrumental?
Oh my God. This is like, okay.
See, because I heard from
hard.
Drew and Niall that you are a mute. This is you.
I do. I love music. This is like, that's why it's so hard to choose. Because I would, come on. You can make fun of me because I'm also a Swiftie, but I love Taylor Swift. Like I have that tattooed on me. And
wow.
like, I sat in 3.5 hours in the rain for her because I would have sat again because I love all of her music. So like trying to plan one concert, like for me, this would be like Coachella on steroids.
Yeah, just think about it like
it's 6 days long.
It's your day. It's your festival.
Oh my God.
Who's your opening act and who's your four? Who's your main event? Who's your cipher of 4 and who's providing the instruments?
Okay.
So we got an opening act, we got a main act, and we got a DJ.
Okay.
Oh, and who's your host?
My host. I gotta have a host.
Gotta have a host, man. This is your day.
Oh my God.
It's Diana Day. It's Diana Day.
Oh my God. All right. My host would be Snoop.
Holla. There you go.
Okay. My host would definitely be Snoop.
Snoop.
I think for beats and everything, I would go Dre.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean heavy on Death Row right now, I think.
That's all right. Hey, listen, their impact.
I think obviously I would have Wu-Tang and Redman in there.
Okay.
I would for sure. I would definitely.
So you putting all Wu-Tang in the cipher? You putting them all in?
I'm putting all Wu-Tang in the cipher.
All 8
4
members.
People.
Got you.
You said
okay.
4 people.
Yes.
I named all of my sourdough starters during COVID after Wu-Tang. Did you not know this? I still have You God in my fridge.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I do. I really do.
So she said we're going with Redman.
Mm-hmm.
We're going with the whole Wu-Tang.
Yep.
Who's your third?
Nas.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Nas.
And then who's your fourth? Hey, listen, that was a big era, man. That's a big era of music, man.
Capone and Noriega.
Boom.
I love them. I can't let go of them.
Who's your opening act?
Did I not say an opening act?
I think you gave me the host.
I gave you the host. Okay. Opening, I would go. No, I'd go Mobb Deep.
So we going. Snoop is the host. Is it a 420 friendly event?
Absolutely.
So 420 friendly event.
I'm baking. He's
Snoop.
No.
She baking. Yes. Snoop is cooking.
Chinese muffins.
We're gonna take a look.
I'm kidding. They're kid friendly.
They're kid friendly. So she's going. Snoop is the host.
Mm-hmm.
Mobb Deep is opening, and our cipher is Redman. All 8 members of Wu-Tang. Nas. And Capone and Noriega. That's fine.
And Dre is for the.
And Dr. Dre is the DJ. I feel that, man.
I think that would be a good concert.
I think it would be an incredible.
And then I'd bring Taylor Swift on stage to sing some hooks.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's bring everybody in here.
Yeah, bring everybody in here.
Okay, now here's our last question of the day.
All right.
And I ask this to everybody.
Okay.
Because I feel like this question kind of like embodies who you are.
All right.
You have a reservation for 5 people. You have to pick 4 guests, dead or alive,
all right,
from any walk of life, entertainer, anything, sports athlete, figure, someone in your life, 4 people, and yourself, who are the 4 people that sit with you at your dinner.
So would I have to know them personally, or just like anyone?
Anybody you want.
Anyone, okay. Aretha Franklin.
Boom.
Let's see. Barack Obama. Who else? I mean, Obviously Taylor Swift.
Obviously.
And
obviously.
And I would bring. What else would I bring? This is my last one.
Four is when people tell you pick a top 5.
I know, it's so hard. These are so hard. Man, I'm glad I didn't like actually prepare though. I'm glad I didn't pay attention to the assignment. I would either choose, okay, you're gonna think I'm nuts, but I would either choose Lapu Lapu or Jose Rizal. And the reason I would choose Lapu Lapu is because he is like the national hero of the Philippines. Do you know who he is?
No, I do not.
So when Magellan, the Portuguese explorer, came to try to conquer the Philippines, this motherfucker said, "Nah, son," and like with his machete, just kind of like,
we're not having it.
Yeah, no, we're not having it.
Take your ass back to Portugal.
Lapu Lapu done killed Magellan and said, "No, you ain't colonizing us, not today, son." So he's kind of badass, and I want to like know like what the hell went through your head when you saw these boats come up
I'm trying to
with these people who did not look like you, and you were like, you know what? Nah.
Word must have got around like, nah, this is not happening over here.
Yeah. So I probably choose him or Jose Rizal, who like basically kind of founded the Philippines as a nation. So one of those two, because it's like, how do you claim such ownership of land and like be like, oh, you know what? We're gonna make you a country. We're gonna make you a country, little island people. Like, we're gonna putting you all together.
We're gonna bring it together and bring it together.
And we're gonna make sure no island speaks the same dialect. So we're gonna make it as confusing as possible. We're gonna make sure none of you speak the same language, but you all look the same. But yeah, that's my 4. What would be
the thing you would want to pull away from that sit down with those folks?
I think those 4 people, right? Like, you know, Aretha Franklin is like the mother of soul. Barack was the first Black president in a country that is still facing so many racial challenges.
Agreed.
Taylor Swift is like one of the first musicians who made $1 billion on her art.
Correct.
Not from like other business ventures, like her art itself.
Right.
And then again, you have Lapu Lapu, who is like
gangster as hell.
So it's just like, I would love to hear what their experiences were, right? Like, how did you just wake up one day and say, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it no matter what? Like, you know, like Aretha Franklin got pregnant at 12 and became this whole big sensation. You know, it's like everyone's had these crazy experiences in their lives, and I'd love to understand how that shaped them, because, you know,
I hear you.
I'm curious.
If you want to plug anything in here, you know, the shop, the address, your social media, the whole shebang.
Sure.
Where they can follow you.
Follow me. I am on the Instagram at Little Chef Diana. You can find the cafe at Little Chef Little Cafe. We're located at 543 48th Avenue in Long Island City, between Vernon and 5th. We're open 7 days a week. We do catering of all kinds, so it doesn't just have to be a cupcake and a sandwich. You can ask us to do pretty much anything, and if we can do it, we're going to do it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diana.
You're so welcome.
You're the greatest. Remember to follow us on the Instagram as well, and the YouTube, Caps Cornerstore, one word. Follow us on IG, Caps Cornerstore. And that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you at the corner store next time. Peace.
Balsamically.
Hello.
Duh.
We're gonna open that. Oh, this is the old school. Oh, here it is.
We're making a pita.
Woo, baby.
This is literally what I eat on a daily basis. Everybody's like, oh, you're a chef. You must eat so well. I'm like, yeah, I eat the shit I like, which is fucking tuna fish on a pita.
I'm a huge fan of tuna fish.
Right?
Incredible source of protein.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, it's incredible. Don't worry about the balsamics. Don't worry about that.
Try that.
So we got a little tuna salad, little balsamic, and is this a whole wheat pita?
Whole wheat pita.
Eating healthy, you know what I'm saying?
We do have good tuna salad.
Oh.
Yep. That's what I live for.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you enjoy, and see you at the corner store. Peace.